Hey, welcome to World Entertainment. And have you ever wanted to see Ryan Gosling in a Star Wars movie? Well, that is possibly what you could be getting, providing this movie ever actually happens. And what we're hearing is that they want to fast track this movie, which is crazy because it means, oh, that Rey movie definitely probably isn't happening then, seeing as that was meant to be the very first brand new Star Wars movie on the big screen since the last one, which was Rise of Skywalker. And instead, it's not the first, it's not going to be the second, and it probably won't be the third. So let's have a look at this, because this is the Shawn Levy's movie that they're talking about, and he wants Gosling, and apparently Gosling is interested, which is why they want to fast track it. So let's have a look at this. So Ryan Gosling may be teaming up with Shawn Levy for his next big role. Currently, the Deadpool and Wolverine director is working on a Star Wars project, and he reportedly wants Gosling to lead the cast. Per The Hollywood Reporter, Gosling is now in talks to potentially star in Levy's Star Wars film. The update comes about 3 years since Levy first began his early work on the project in 2022, alongside his filmmaker partner Jonathan Trooper, with whom he worked on This Is Where I Leave You and The Adam Project. Levy is also serving as a producer on the project under his 21 Lamps umbrella, alongside Kathleen Kennedy for Lucasfilm. Boo. The filmmaker's script is said to have been in the works for over a year, but as of now, no story details have been released. It's not clear how the film will relate to any other Star Wars movies or TV shows, or what period of time it may even be set in. No other casting information has been shared about the film, even though if you look at other sites, they always tend to say, oh, is Rey going to be in this movie? They keep hinting that Rey is going to be in this movie for some reason. But it continues anyway, saying, it was recently reported that Levy was also working on a movie about a former boy band that would reunite Deadpool and Wolverine stars Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. However, Gosling's apparent interest in the Star Wars project reportedly made the sci-fi franchise film take priority. If the deal with Gosling goes through, production on Levy's Star Wars film would be expected to be fast-tracked. Given the Barbie actor's star power, the film could even potentially start shooting this fall, per the new report. Now, what's hilarious about what they said there is they want to fast-track it because of Gosling's star power. What star power exactly are they talking about here? Because if they think Barbie did $1 billion, Ryan Gosling, if he's interested, get him in there. My God, we're going to make $1 billion. No, that's not why the movie made $1 billion. Barbie made $1 billion because it knew exactly who its target audience was and got them to actually show up for the movie. That's why that made $1 billion. Nothing to do with Ryan Gosling. If that had something to do with Ryan Gosling, do you not think maybe a movie like, oh, I don't know, let's say Blade Runner 2049 would have been a massive hit instead of the absolute failure that it was? So, no, Ryan Gosling will not be putting asses in seats. He'll put a couple, no doubt he'll put a couple, but he won't be a massive draw for a Star Wars movie. As for them saying he's been working on it since 2022, and then follow that up by saying he's only been actually writing the script for the past year. So what the hell's he been doing for the other 2 years? If this thing was announced in 2022 and he's only now working on it back in 2024, well, what the hell was he doing through all of 2022 and 2023? Like fiddling with his thumbs? Like, what's going on? Yes, people go, he was obviously working on Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, but he didn't write that. We co-wrote it alongside Ryan Reynolds, and we know Ryan Reynolds wrote more of that than he did. So why has it taken 3 years for him to write anything? If he's even written anything. Let's face it, he may not have written anything. Then the question, of course, as they say, is what time period is it? Is it going to be before the events of the prequels? Is it going to be during either the prequels or the Disney trilogy? Is it going to be after the Disney trilogy? Then, of course, the questions will come in. What kind of characters a movie. Are we going to be following more Jedi? Are we going to be following more bounty hunters? What's the case here? Is he going to be a Jedi? Is he going to be a Sith? Is he going to be a bounty hunter? Is he going to be another knockoff version of Han Solo? We don't know. All we have so far is Shawn Levy's movie is still in the works, like all 14 of the other movies that are announced, and that Ryan Gosling is interested. Now, he's interested doesn't necessarily mean he's interested in being in Shawn Levy's Star Wars movie. It sounds like he's interested in being in Star Wars, not necessarily any certain Star Wars. So whether or not this actually all comes to function, I highly doubt it, because let's face it, there seems to be no movement on any of these projects. Again, I bring up the Rey movie. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy brought out onto stage in 2021, 22, whenever it was, followed by Daisy Ridley herself, and Rey's back. Next movie, our first movie back on the big screen, is Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy's Rey movie. Where's that movie? Oh, that's right, they don't even have a script. They don't even have writers for it, because every writer they've brought in has walked away. So do I believe this thing is actually going to happen? No. They're going to fast track it. Really? I'll believe that when I see it. Especially when The Mandalorian Grogu still has to come out, which will be out next year. And I may or may not do a video, but there is the story details for that. And it sounds horrendous. Like, it's just terrible. It's also just a rehash of an episode of Clone Wars. Either Clone Wars or Rebels, one of them. I think it's Rebels, actually. So it's just like, oh, so you're just doing the same story that you did in that show. Of course you are, Dave Filoni, because that's all you can do. It's just rehash better crap. So we'll find out whether or not this actually comes to function. Much like the Natalie Portman story, we could end up getting told, oh, there's no truth to this. But at this stage, this is all we have to go on. So with that, let us know in the comments if you're interested in seeing Ryan Gosling in a Star Wars project as any type of character, I suppose. Jedi, Sith, Imperial, something or another, don't know. Let us know. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. It really does help the channel. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.